Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. In the last episode we actually went through and we took care of Archimir's Manor, and I mentioned that we will in this episode leave town, which we will, but I did want to go over a couple of things before we do. So the first thing is I was able to respec my characters, so I actually did a little bit of respecking. My mage is still my mage. She still focuses on summons. I did kind of respec though and got rid of the worms and went with a little bit of a lightning damage attack because I produce so many extra phrases that I usually, and these things last so long that I usually have extra phrases built up, so I just got this simple 3-phrase attack that I can use. It's not a very long range. It's 2.5 meters, but it's definitely worth it. It's a little bit of an extra damage that I can utilize. And my mage is still no real spells I spec'd into. I did get this one because it's really hard to... There's not really any option in the first round other than an extra weapon set, which, you know, I got anyways. So other than that though, I'm just focusing on damage for her and a little bit of extra survivability. So that's one character. And I did also respec Edar, which is pretty much the same thing. Although I just made him a little bit more flexible with his stealth and mechanics. I made him a little higher. So he's focusing more on stealth and mechanics. He doesn't have much athletics like he did before. So I'm trying to get this a little higher. And this is the main one I did because I bought the Spearcaster before. And I did actually get it completely enchanted. So it does pinning and it does arcane bolts. And I respect her to have more arcana, which actually works out pretty well. So she's kind of a spell casting ranger, which is kind of fun. So she can use any scroll, well, not any scroll, but most scrolls, and she also has mechanics as well. I did buff her up in diplomacy because I always failed diplomacy checks, it seems like, all the time. And so just a little bit of reorganizing some of the characters. I did get him metaphysics because his shield that he has kind of specializes in metaphysics. He has a bonus where negative 5% damage taken from all sources improves with metaphysics skill. So I kind of focused him more towards metaphysics as well. But you can do as you would like with your characters. This is just the respecking cost of these characters is pretty cheap at this point in time. It's like 1800 gold per character. And I did respec him as well, just to get him a little more in tune with kind of protection. So I did get some really good spells like this one here, immune to dexterity afflictions, and he's more also geared towards healing damage with corrode damage, because I didn't have anybody that really did that. And of course he has Beetle Shield now, which is a shield that protects a caster or my hunter if I needed to, or even the bear. And then just regular healing stuff. So I'm trying to gear him towards just becoming a more generalized caster in protection. I also gave him this one here, which is you cannot die for 8 seconds. So if somebody's really low, I can pop this and it's pretty fast. It's only 0.5 seconds. So it can just pop up really fast, and then he now can prevent somebody from dying while he heals them. So a little more protection. And the one fun thing I did do with him is because I respect my characters, Edar's more stealthy now. So I actually went around and started getting some pickpocketing and some lock picking. And I did get him a staff. So I did get him this really good staff, which is actually specifically geared towards him. It does plant power levels, rejuvenation power levels, and restoration power levels. And it's a good damaging weapon for crush. So he can now get a lot of power levels increased with his healing abilities, and he also does more damage to vessels, which is what those like skeletons or even constructs. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I did do some other pickpocketing and stuff in between the game as well. This Spine of the Thicket green, I think it came from Pariki's Overlook. It either came from the Dark Cupboard, just running around and stealing stuff in there, or it might have actually come from Marie's Metalwork, or it could have came from Ilfar's Raiments. I did go through all three of these places and steal stuff from there. And Edar also got a new shield. This comes from the Magrin's Temple here in Nekataka. It's in the Sacred Stairs. And this he didn't have a medium shield, so I got a medium shield now, but it also doubles as a blunt weapon that deals fire damage. So kind of a dual wielding option. It counts as an offhand weapon. So it's a pretty good shield. It also does deflection as well, so +4 deflection. So it's really good for Edar if he has an off tank. And in his respec, I also got quick items. So that's just a quick update. So that's what we did in between the games. We did get a missive to talk to Arkamir in the last game. We have to speak to him. He knows that we stole his stuff, so we'll talk to him now. Let's go in the manor.
Of course.
Alright, so we have to go find him. He's in a study, I believe, which I think it's this right here. Oh, there he is.
I trust you had no trouble finding the place?
Sighing, Arkamir glances up from a roll of parchment. He takes up a quill and draws several lines across a calendar entry. Digging the nib hard enough to scratching fills the silence.
Nekataka is either a testament to the ancient Huana's love of labyrinths, or their hatred of straight lines.
He grimaces and rearranges several of the objects situated around his desk. A bow, thank you for the invitation, Arkamir. I did turn on all the little bonus aspects as well in the options menu, which you can do as well.
Try not to get too comfortable. I warn you to stay your hand and treat with me better than you did poor Consulate.
Consulate didn't give me much of a choice. Sighing, he wraps his knuckles on top of the desk.
But let us get to the business of the hour, shall we?
He opens his palms.
My estate was recently burgled. My vault breached.
Well, that's terrible. Do you have any leads?
One.
His side of his mouth twitches.
At the Circle's behest, I'm expected to show restraint in these dealings.
His nails dig into his armrest of his chair. A tearing sound fills the silence between you.
You manage not to rouse a peep out of my servants. If nothing else, the lack of disruption is appreciated.
Yeah, so if we were to went and destroyed all of his servants, he would have made a bigger deal about this.
I am less pleased about the Harapo epic resting in the hands of those who lost it once before.
In the hands of its rightful owners, you mean?
Did I ask a question?
Arkamir glances to the left and right. He waits before continuing.
The Circle of Archmagi wishes for us to put this unpleasantness in the past with a gesture of good faith.
Go on.
The Circle has expressed concerns about a certain mobile deity. The Deadfire is a fragile place, and a blundering soul drain like Aethys can damage more than just castle keeps.
Now, the Deadfire will be lucky if any of its reefs endure this long walk of his.
Indeed. It isn't our desire that you apprehend the deity. That simply isn't practical. We need your help in preparing for the worst possible outcome.
Arkamir presses his thumb down on a spider crawling across his desk. His upper lip pulls back with delight. What can I accomplish that you can't?
Wait.
Arkamir stops himself, his fingers splayed on his desk in the midst of the fidget.
You are only involved because it is advantageous for knowledge of the Circle's involvement to remain discreet. The wizard Bikana installed an observatory due northeast of Nekataka. For your absolution, the Circle asks that you locate her research.
Why ask me and not Berkana?
She vanished from academic research, and therefore her livelihood. All signs point to her lab being abandoned.
What are you hoping to learn from the stars?
That the Circle's concerns are utterly unfounded, of course.
His eyebrow arches up.
No doubt you'll recognize the appropriate documents. You have an eye for valuables.
I'll get your research notes.
Fair warning. A vessel flying the sigil of the Torn Bannerman set a course for the observatory.
Frowning, Arkemir sifts among his correspondence until he sets upon the one he seeks.
I have every reason to believe they travel armed.
They're elite mercenaries we faced off at the siege of Craigholt.
Did I inquire after your personal history? My interest begins and ends at a single point. That someone of great means desires abandoned arcane research. Research which we disregarded. Come back alive. Or not at all. Now, if you don't mind, I have a manor to restore. And a security system to reevaluate.
He frowned towards the door before turning his focus back to his desk. Okay.
Indeed.
So, well worth the trade. We just recover some notes for him and we get to keep all the stuff. Alright, I'm going to head to the ship and I will be back when I'm there. Alright, so we do have a quest and we have to go to, it's a, oh yeah, Berkana's Observatory. So this place here is where we have to go to complete the quest for Arkemir. It should be within our range now. We've kind of branched out. We're level 15 now, so we kind of branched out this area here, so we can actually accomplish all the other quests along the north and the south, the far south as well. So we do have to go to Dunnage again, and we do have to go to Crookspur. So those are two places we need to go to. So I'm not actually going to go to Dunnage because I have to go turn in those other quests. We did get a lot of bounties. And if we do find a ship on the way, I might destroy it. Let's... Wait, there's a ship right there. Merchant ship and... okay, Vailian Trading Company. I do want to talk to this person here. They usually have some stuff that I can use... no, I think we're good now. I think we're filled up. Yeah, we're filled up. Okay. Alright. So we can head on over to Dunnage. And we should be able to turn those quests in, those bounties that we did 2 episodes ago. Alright, so we do have one more Lifter's Refuge we need to take care of. Okay, so we need to do the Torkar, which she should be around here somewhere. Torkar. There he is. Alright. Let's turn this off. Let's talk to him with our tank.
Ready.
Puny. Too puny to join my crew.
Arms crossed, the hulking ogre looks you from head to toe. He spits at your feet, unimpressed.
Go away. Be gone. Scram.
There's a bounty on you.
It is kind of you to announce yourself to me, bounty hunter. It will be just as kind of you to die by my hand.
Okay, you can try. There's a lot of guys here. Alright, so let's get Edar on these sharpshooters. I'm gonna summon. There we go. I can actually probably wipe these guys out with some spells as well.
Lost the spell.
Oh no, I'm interrupted. Ooh, did damage to me. Okay. Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll just kill those guys. Epero's getting destroyed. Alright, I'm gonna have to go and pop this on this guy.
I meant to do that. This is mine.
Alright, we'll give him this. Where is Edar at? Where is he at? He is up here, right? Yeah, he's right there. I'll switch him over to that. And then let's not do that. Let's do a little bit more healing on him.
Release
Yes.
me. Don't understand. I'm hitting it as hard as I can. Come on.
Alright, I'm gonna start boosting this up. Let's get him. And we can do this. There we go. Yeah, so we have yeah, it's gonna die. Let's just go back here.
Yes. Absolutely. As you wish.
So having this extra spell is pretty nice because, like you see now, we have so many built up.
Stand together.
Let's just hit him with this. I can blind him actually. Let's do that.
I don't think I can pull that off.
More than rock. Very well.
He's gonna die.
Out of my...
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Oh, one more guy. He's like stunned. Kind of perma-stunned because of her bow. It just does that.
What can I do?
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
I'm here.
Alright, so we do get quite a bit of stuff. We should be able to get, yeah, map fragments. Brutish blood. Nice.
I'd be glad to. I'm here.
Alright, so doing these bounties, you also get these map fragments. Grab all this stuff here. And so we do have these map fragments that if we piece them together, you get one from each person. So like Admiral Imp, there's Torkar, there's Katrenn's, and then Lady Epero. So we can assemble them. And we should now have a map. Captain Henqua's treasure map. Alright. So a map points out the way to a remote island. Illustrations of squat huts in the name Junvik Village stand out with prominence the northern coast, however, adorned with scribbled likeness of a skull. Spidery lettering encircles the landmass to spell out the name Drowned Barrows. Alright, so we have a quest item now.
What can I do?
Let's go back and turn these bounties in. She is in Radiant Court. Okay. So let's talk to her. Desiril.
I welcome your return.
Desiril gives you a warm smile. I killed Lord Admiral Imp.
So, the puffed up little charlatan is gone for good. Well done.
So we get some copper and some experience.
That's one down. Just 3 left to go. If you're still game.
I killed Lady Epero.
Finally, the lady falls. You already have my gratitude. Now take my coin. But halfway is half done, my friend. There are 2 more members of the Firebrand's old crew that need your special attention.
I killed Katrenn.
I hope Katrenn put on a good show for you before the end. There's just the 1 crew member left now.
And I killed Torkar.
I'd say it's a shame to have lost such a brilliant mind, but Torkar didn't give you any choice. You've put to bed the last of the Firebrand's crew, my friend, which was more than I ever could have hoped for. Thank you truly. I can rest easy now, knowing they got what they deserved.
Very well. Okay, so we got a lot of experience for that. I'm gonna level up my characters. We have everybody but my healer needs to level up, so I'm gonna take care of this, and I'll be back. Okay, yes. We are done with our leveling up. Yeah, she can pretty much use any scroll now. I think she's at level 9. So even like this one, yeah, 9 Arcana. He's a Vibe Dragon. That's pretty good. So she has a lot of power. She's my highest damage dealer as well, the way she's spec'd. Look at my records. I can see that she does the most damage. Most enemies defeated, and then total damage is her. By a good amount, actually. Let's go on and take care of some other quests. So we do have a few options. We can sail to Crookspur, which we do have some other things we have to do in Crookspur. We also have some quests to go even farther north to Orikoiki. And then of course we have to do He Waits in Fire, which is even farther north. So we're heading north, I guess. We do have Painted Mask for Aloth, which is kind of in the same area as this Fruitful Alliance quest. It's in the same island. So, I didn't do this one yet. I have to turn this in at some point. I need to remember that. Okay, everything else is kind of like on hold until this quest is completed. So like all these other quests, especially the ones for the pirates, the ones for the Vailian Trading Company, they're all going to be on hold. We do have this one as well, which is pretty close by. It does require Naya. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of head to Crookspur. Crookspur is its own set of quests and things there we can do. Alright, so let's go back to the boat. Yeah, we should have a new location, and it should be for that map that we just got. Okay, Johnvik Village. This is a pretty cool place because this has a really cool quest that you can do here as well. The Sanctum is where Numnuk the Devourer is located, and that's a pretty big quest. It's actually one of those quests that you get an achievement for it. So let's go to Crookspur, and we'll be able to help out the pirates and also help out the Vailian Trading Company. Yeah, I like killing these Crookspur captains because they're fairly easy to kill, and I really don't care if they die. Alright, we made it to Crookspur. We have an update to our quest, the Shrewd proposition. So there are a few things you probably need to know about this place. The first thing is that if you are going to side with the Hoana, you do not want to help the slavers here. You want to go through this quest line first, which will send you back to Crookspur to destroy the slave trade. If you want to side with the Vailian Trading Company, you do have this quest of Like Minds, which is to assist Captain Ferrante. So, depending on if you help the slave trade, then you will get a major boost to the Vailian Trading Company. If you destroy the slave trade, you won't lose any reputation with the Vailian Trading Company. So, so the fact that we're siding with the Vailian Trading Company means we can do either side here at Crookspur, and it won't affect us to that much. If you are siding with the pirates, and specifically Ferrante, if you destroy the slave trade, he will be very upset with you. Yet, if you are siding with Captain Aldiz of the Principe, then she will ask you to destroy the slave trade. So there's a lot of ways this can go. And if you're going to side with the Royal Deadfire Company, they will give you a quest to come here and destroy the slave trade as well. So the only time you actually need to help the slavers is if you're siding with the pirates, and specifically Ferrante. That's that in a nutshell. Two things.
Psst, love some. Chance a gander this
Okay,
way.
she wants to talk to us. She is someone that's Aldi's sent here to free the slaves. Let's just go through this dialogue pretty quickly.
Thought that might catch your attention. Now then, you must call me Sayafol. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, madam. Have a look-see. You won't find a grander market for your labor needs than Crookspur, nor finer illusion wares than mine.
What are illusion wares?
Lockpicks, noisemakers, chisels and crowbars, maps, compasses, hardtack, spyglasses, potions of invisibility. You know, your typical basic expected survivalist gear. For the more courageous traveller. Now, if I were a wagering woman, I'd say Aldi sent you to help me outfit just such travellers. Aye, during my station here, I've spied signs of illegal activity.
What sort of illegal activity?
Slaves that oughtn't to be slaves. Enslaving people of the Deadfire is illegal. It's the selling of slaves from elsewhere that isn't. If we could free the natives who've been detained before they're carted outside of the Deadfire, the illegal trade would be exposed, weakening the entire trade. Should you feel so inclined to help, know that my captain would personally see you compensated.
Why does Aldiz care about any of this? None of the Principe swore to her have been enslaved, have they?
Aldis won't abide these slavers to persist, not on her seas. We may not see eye to eye with some of the old bloods in the Principe. We're too rowdy for their refined palates, but we value freedom and loyalty above all. Any slaves you free are welcome to sail with us.
I'll do what I can.
You'll find the natives, the illegal stock, deep within the fortress, kept from sight. There's routes to the inside, but most stand heavily guarded. You may have better luck sneaking in through the sea caverns dotting the shore. One of them leads into the fortress. I've got a skiff ready for the slaves you send out. We'll make fast for Deadlight. After that, who but Andra knows? Maybe I'll see you around Dunnage.
Okay, so she wants us to help free the slaves, and she was sent here by Aldiz, as you saw. Aldiz doesn't really care about the slaves. Her only thing is she does not like Ferrante, and Ferrante profits from the slave trade. So you'll find out that Aldiz is just using you to pretty much get back at Ferrante and stop him from profiting. Alright, so this guy here sells stuff, more stuff. I don't think anything of importance. I think he has, yeah, a legendary helmet, which is good for two-handed melee weapon users. That's about it. There is a plate mail, which is pretty good for our tank. And there's also this weapon here, which specifically deals with vassals, which is a undead essentially. So any skeletons or anything that would be considered undead, like zombies or whatever, they're considered vassals. So this is actually a really good weapon if you're gonna fight Rivan, who has a floating hangman, and complete that quest line. This would be a really good weapon to have. This sword specifically has effects on it that affect undead. Like when you kill an undead, you get to summon a Grave Imp, or you can cast Chilling Fog, stuff like that. Okay, so this way here will take you to those sea caves and a ways into the back way into this fortress here. But I'm gonna go through the front. You don't want to start off fighting them. That's kind of the wrong approach to take.
You there, approaching. You are late. The auction is almost over.
Then hurry, let me through.
If anyone is to hurry, it should be you. I grow tired of opening and closing the gate. Take care that I do not drop it as you walk beneath.
Alright, so we show up at the end of the auction.
Phenoma. At last we reach the culmination of our lot today. Feast your eyes on a fruit most rare. Velico will open the bidding at 800 pies, 800 pies, 800 right here, and 850 who'll give me 850, 875, I'm at 875.
What a putrid thing.
The words are cutting, but the buyer's fan snaps up eagerly.
We've got 875 and now 900. Who will bid us 900?
Okay, so I'm actually going to bid to save him from the slavers here.
Now we're at 950. Do I see 950? And I do. And we're up to 975. Where's my 975? There it is. And who'll give me 1,000?
1,000. If possible, the auctioneer's rambling chant increases in speed from the drumming excitement. Her hand bounces with her words as if riding a beat.
11,100.
11,100. Do we have 2? Can I get a 2?
Too steep for my blood.
I believe I'll mount those horns in the drawing room. What a fine statement they'd make.
Are you mad? They've medicinal value.
11,100. Going once, going twice.
1,200.
And now with 11, 200 to the bidder with no number. How odd. It's a delightful mystery, Gliente. 11,200. Do I have 3?
Yeah, the bidder eyes you with annoyance, agitated. She taps her fan rapidly against her thigh, but ultimately refrains from raising it.
11,200 pyres. Once, twice. Sold to our mystery bidder. Gelarde, I do hope you possess the sufficient funds, for your sake as well as mine. Come here now. We will finalize the trade. Perfetto. Let us close this deal.
Alright, so we have to talk to her. This will help us get into see the owner of the fortress here. And we also can set him free, which is a death godlike. So we have some options that we can do to set him when we set him free.
You are a first-time buyer, Ak? For I do not recognize you as one of our usual patrons.
That's right.
Before the transfer is complete, you must speak with Master Kua. He awaits in his office in the fort.
Okay, so we do get the additional quest addendum, so we can actually go into the fort now without having to fight everybody, which, as you can see, there's a lot of people here that we'd have to fight. I mean, it's just, if you go in here and start questioning them, they'll kick you out, and then you have to come back in, and you're going to have to fight everybody in here, which is a huge pain. At least now we can get to know, progress the quest line a little bit more peacefully. So we did purchase him, and so we're not able to set him free once we talk to the person that runs this place. But that's going to be in the next episode. I'm kind of run out of time in this episode, so next episode we'll set him free, talk and try to work with or against the people here at Crookspur. So for now, that's going to be it. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.